Apparently, the DEA lost track of a drug mule after a 114-pound fentanyl bust. Federal drug agents and prosecutors in Colorado held a news conference in July to tout their work taking fentanyl off the streets. I wanted to give you guys something different today, not just a doom and gloom story. Brian Besser, the special agent in charge of the DEA Denver Field Division, said. Among the cases Besser highlighted was a seizure of 114 pounds of pure fentanyl in June. Enough, he said, to kill more than 25 million people. He described it as the largest fentanyl bust on a U.S. highway in history. We're not asleep at the wheel, he said. It was a curious turn of phrase. It was a curious turn of phrase given what happened just after the record fentanyl seizure. A stunning blunder that went unmentioned during the July 6th news conference. The DEA lost track of the man who was transporting the massive amount of fentanyl. The suspect, David Malando, 27, had agreed to cooperate with federal agents and help them arrest the drug traffickers in South Bend, Indiana, where he said the fentanyl was headed. According to the Colorado State Patrol, on the way to do the deal, Malando managed to lose the DEA agents and remove the tracker that they placed on his car. Wow. He's now considered a fugitive. The case represents an embarrassing episode for the DEA at a time when drug cartels are flooding the United States with fentanyl, synthetic opioid 50 times stronger than heroin, and overdose rate is soaring. A spokesman for the Colorado State Patrol, which made the initial discovery of the fentanyl, provided a blunt account of the botched operation. Now, so that just goes to show you that when it comes to the war on drugs, mistakes happen because human beings make up the DEA, human beings make up all these drug administrations, and sometimes they lose track of mules. So in this case, there was a mule. They busted him with 114 pounds of fentanyl. He agreed to become a cooperator against the South Bend, Indiana people who were ordering these drugs. Pure fentanyl, 114 pounds. Then they lost track of the guy. The guy disappeared. They put a track on his car, all of this stuff, and he still managed to lose them and disappear, and they don't know where he is. But they know that he's capable of making drop-offs of hundreds of pounds of pure fentanyl. Now, another thing that's in the news right now is LA rapper Half Ounce. I've heard of him, but I'm not really familiar with his music. But he passed, and even though I don't really know him, I think it's sad that he passed because it just goes to show you that another rapper has been killed. And Inglewood rapper Half Ounce, rest in peace to Half Ounce, man. I'm pulling up the news story down for you guys.
Well, we can now confirm that the man shot and killed here last night in Koreatown is rapper known as Half Ounce, a recording star. He's got several videos, just released a single in May of this year. He's an Inglewood native. His wife and mother telling me that he had been walking home up New Hampshire between 7th and 8th Street last night. At about 11:30, he was on the phone with his pregnant wife when suddenly heard the sound of gunfire. The phone dropped, and she no longer could reach him.
And that's something look, man, life is real. You know, we live in an age where communication is rapid, technology is advanced. So it's very, very likely that you could be on the phone with a relative when something goes down. His girlfriend was on the phone with him. I can't remember if she said it was his mother or girlfriend, but a female that was close to Half Ounce was speaking to him on the phone, I think his girlfriend, and she heard the gunshots and actually witnessed the process of him die. And that's harrowing. You understand what I'm saying? So once again, I just want you guys to understand that we live in a deadly country. America is the most violent country in the world. I don't care if you hear about El Salvador having 1,000 murders. We have way more than that. One of our states has over 1,000. Chicago, one of our cities, has over 1,000 murders. So we are the most murderous, homicidal country in the world. And it is a battlefield out there. I don't care if you've been desensitized to violence from watching a bunch of movies. We live in a violent country. Our country is more violent than China, Germany, everything. So you always have to keep in mind that this could be it. I could get shot today. And I know it's hard to maintain that mentality, but you need to survive. And if you're living a lifestyle that invites that type of energy, you really need to be always on point. Keep your head on a swivel. And I know that sounds like basic advice, but it's real advice. If you keep your head on a swivel, you might be able to recognize a threat before you get neutralized by that threat. And yeah, man, yeah, man, it's sad, man. So yeah, rest in peace to Half Ounce. And speaking of ounces, you know, I led this video off talking about the drug mule that was lost by the DEA. and this guy's capable of delivering hundreds of pounds of pure fentanyl, and they don't know where he is or what he's doing or who he's in contact with or what he's dropping off. They thought he was going to work for them, but he disappeared. He took the tracker off the car, and yeah, man, here we are today. But hey, peace.